Good morning. So, welcome to a new video of James Speed Shop. Today we have a very nice car to drive today. This is a BMW 760 Li. So this is in 2003 I thought, 2003 or 2002. V12 of the E66 series. So the long version is the E66 and the short version is the E65. So pretty nice and very full car. So what we're going to do today is show you around the car, do a test drive and show you all the details. So let's have a look. Personally, I really like the shape of this car. It stands really out from the rest of the market, I think. Just an overall very luxurious car. So let's have a look inside. Nice white beige interior, full of buttons. Electrical windows, of course. Everything is just electrical in here. Nice decals, V12. Fully adjustable seats in every position you can think about. You can see it here. Everything is just adjustable in the seats. Also steering wheel adjustable, steering wheel heating. It's just full of buttons. Nice compartments everywhere. Trunk opening button is also in here. Very deep compartments. Cup holders, ashtray still in here, another compartments, telephone, also for the telephone. You also have manual options for the air conditioning and ventilation, but it's also controlled in here. So about the Idrive system. So what can you do with the Idrive system is a lot of information. If you, for example, choose entertainment, you can also control it. You can also change all the radio setups, also video. You can also have television, that sort of stuff, which radio frequency, and also tune it. If you go back to the menu, you can also change the climate control settings. You can change everything individual for window. Everything you can change in here. That can change in here, but also on the dash. So you got BMW assist, phone connections and that sort of stuff. If you have any problems with the car. So communication, you can put your telephone and that sort of stuff in. I don't have that now. So OBD2 data, onboard data system. You can see vehicle tracks, brake fluid, engine oil and that sort of stuff. When it needs to be changed, for example, if I look to here, if I can see. Okay, you have to have the service every 25,000 kilometers. So you can see that sort of stuff. Also engine oil, vehicle checks, everything you can see in here. So it's just an overall data system. Communication, navigation you also have. Have a look if I can go back and show you that. Navigation. This is still in Japanese. I changed the settings to English, but this is not changed with it, so it has to get a little bit of an update, but you get the idea how this works. So also the climate control settings can also used in the back of the Idrive system. In the back is also a screen, you can control it over there. Also your ventilation can also be controlled over here. So pretty full and pretty handy. We also have the transmission controls are on the steering wheel, so it's not in the middle console. Also very nice headliner, suede. Open sunroof. So let's have a look in the back. Also in here you can see long door. It's about 14 centimeters longer. You can really feel that when you're sitting in here. So it's pretty nice in the back. So we've got all kinds of buttons in here. So if you look, we've got here also the control of the shade. So if when I push this one, oh, that's still on the other side. So I can also control the other side. That is nice. So I put it back to the left side. Also ashtray is still in here. If I control this one, the small button, sunshade on the side. We've got a sunshade here. And we also can control the sunshade in the back. That's this one. And if you change this position to the right, we can also control the other side. So it's pretty nice. And as you can see, the front seat is in my driving position. If you can see how much space I have in here, it is just incredible. Also on here, we've got seating controls. You can control the headrest, the top part of the seat, or the bottom part of the seat. So if I put it on the bottom part and I come to change this position, have a look. This is for the top. I can also completely lay down. So the top of the seat completely moves. And you can really lay down in here. Everything is just, you can control everything. It is just very nice. Also in the back here is also an Idrive system, but it's also still in the Japanese language, so it needs to be changed. But it's going to control, of course, with the same button and also with the screen here. We also got ventilation control in the back, also air conditioning and the ventilation speed and, and temperature. Another compartment in here with a telephone in the back. Pretty nice. A little fridge in here, cold drinks. Nice and cold already. You can see it's working. You can also put it off or on. So very luxurious in the back. Also got a trunk, electrical trunk, 500 liters of boot space, original mats, also pretty clean. The logo 60 LI, pretty nice. So it's delivered on 18-inch wheels, 245 all around. In the back you got 370mm brakes, in the front 374mm brakes with the V12 logo, of course. And this very nice big fat nose. So let's have a look to the engine. So 9572 cc's V12. So this is the N73 engine, N73 B60. So the 60 stands for 6 liter V12. We also had a 68. That was the upgraded version. That is 6.75 liters for a Rolls-Royce engine. So this particular engine is based on the M73 that came before this one. But this the biggest difference in this engine is that it has a double overhead camshafts. And 4 valves per cylinder. The engine before that had 2 valves per cylinder, and it has Vanos control on the intake and the exhaust, so variable valve timing. So this particular engine delivers 445 horsepower at 6000 RPMs and 600 Newton meters at 3950 RPMs. So pretty nice and full car. So I think we should do a test drive in this beauty. So let's have a drive. So the last 7 series of this generation I drove was the, look at the seat, there was the 745, the white one, and it was nice to drive. 745, nice engine. So this is the more luxurious model, the 760, so 6 Ltr V12. So let's have a drive. Transmission controls are on the steering wheel, also shifting are on the steering wheel, if you want that, of course. So why do car manufacturers build 12 cylinders still in this generation? That is because if you like a 745 and you want more smoothness, it's not all about the performance. They perform also pretty good, but the best thing is that a 12 cylinder is more smooth, so there's less vibration in the engine, and it's just, yeah, it's all about smoothness. So, and if you drive it, you also can really feel that. So this car is also connected to a 6-speed automatic transmission. When this car came on the market, it was also the first 6-speed automatic transmission that for a production car. Before it was all 5-speed. So we knew after that there was a lot of ranges like 7 to 8 speeds and even 9 speed automatic transmission. So yeah, very nice car. This car has done 37,000 kilometers. So in my opinion, with a 6 Ltr V12, it's like new. It also looks like new inside in here, and it's very smooth. So BMW 760 Li built from 2001 till 2008. Facelift model came in 2005. So the 6 Ltr V12 engine is a double overhead camshaft version of the previous generations of M73. You can look at that like it's an upgraded version, double overhead camshaft, also Fanos variable valve timing on the intake and the exhaust, producing 445 horsepower at 6,000 RPMs and 600 Newton meters of torque at 3,950 RPMs. So this particular car weighs 2,150 kilos, which is pretty heavy, but still can accelerate in 5.6 seconds. So the long version is 40 centimeters longer than the short version, and the short version weighs 2,090 kilos, does 0.1 seconds faster from 0 to 100. What you can feel if you're driving on a little bit wet road, it's dry but the road is still a little bit wet, then the acceleration in first gear is not that fast. So to get to that time, you really need a dry road, because the standard wheels in this particular car is 245 wide, but I think it's not really wide for 445 horsepower, and you can feel it. But in second gear you get full grip, and then it really pulls. So 6-speed automatic transmission. There's also a sport function in the transmission, and that will give you a faster throttle response and also higher revs in gears. So it's a little bit more sportive. So you got 3 settings: the normal driving mode, sport setting, and manual transmission mode. So in manual shifting, you got on the front and on the back. There's a shifting. So in the front is up shifting and the back is down shifting. So overall, this particular car is pretty luxurious. It's standard delivered in an executive package. So you got a lot of things standard, like leather interior. You got also air suspension in the back. You got navigation standard, parking assist. You got standard. So a lot of this standard. Also in this particular car, you got also air suspension in the back. That was standard on the 760, and also in the front is just normal struts. So this particular car is a little bit lower in the front, and in the back is also a little bit lower. So the stance, I think the stance is a little bit better than standard, because it looks like, I think it's a little bit too high when it's standard. But in this condition, it is a little bit lowered, and it looks perfect, and there is no body contact to the road or with speed bumps and that sort of stuff. So it's still pretty good to drive, a little bit lower, looks a little bit better. So I think they did a pretty good job. So also what is nice in this particular car, that there's also options like sunscreens in the back. I showed you that previous that is, I think it's really nice. When you have children, or you just use it like a passenger car, or let yourself drive to your work or anything else. That's pretty nice, those sunshades. And it's controlled from both sides. So on the left side you can also control the right side sunshades. You don't have to lean over to the other side. Also the back seats are fully electrical adjusted. So you can also adjust the seats to go more laid down. The back is also adjustable. Also the seating position is fully adjustable. So full adjustable front and rear seats, and also heated in the front and in the back. So that's pretty nice. Also there's also an Idrive system in the back. You can control a lot of things. Also the music you can also control in the back. So it's just pretty luxurious. Also a little cooling compartment in the back in between the seats. You can put cold drinks in that. And I think it's pretty luxurious. And the V12 is just, yeah, I don't know, it's only the name is just already cool if you get a V12 in your car, I think. So yeah, pretty cool car. So average fuel consumption, if you push it, it uses a lot. But the average fuel consumption on paper by BMW is 7.5 liters of 7.5 kilometers per liter. So I think, yeah, for a car that weighs over 2100 kilos, it's pretty good. So if you're going on the highway, long distance driving on a cruise control, you can get up to 9.5 kilometers per liter. So I think it's pretty good for a car like this. So let's have an acceleration test, and let's have a look how good this particular car can accelerate from 0 to 100. So let's watch. So the 760 Li should be possible to accelerate in 5.6 seconds, 2150 kilos of weight, so that's pretty good. The road is a little bit wet, so we will see how good this particular car will perform. So I will put the transmission in S mode, so it shifts a little bit faster and also gets more revs in the gears. So I got air conditioning off, suspension control is just on. So let's have a look how good this car can accelerate. A little bit wheel spin first gear. Second gear, full grip. Very stable. Nice engine sound. Already 200s. Also braking is very good. So I hope you like this video about the 760 Li from the E66 model range. I think it's a very nice car. For a big car like this, it performs pretty good. When you go in high speed cornering and that sort of stuff, you can really feel that it's a heavy car, but still it drives very good. I think the engine is very nice. It produces a very nice sound, so it's still a normal aspirated version. So after this particular model, you got a bi-turbo version, just like Mercedes and Audi is doing. So on the V12 models is going bi-turbo, just like Mercedes. So yeah, I think it's a pretty nice engine. It sounds very good. It has still a a sportive drive to it. You can feel the engine is heavier than the 745, but the smoothness is really there. So if you're looking for a very comfortable car, this car is really one you have to look at, because it drives very good, very easy controls. So yeah, and just pretty luxurious. So this particular car is for sale at jbover.nl. You can look below the video for the details in the website, and have a look there for his website. You can also look on my website, jayinspeedshot.com. There's also a link to his page and his advertisement. So, and hope you like this particular video, and see you for the next one. So, and if you like the video, please put your thumbs up and subscribe for the next one. Put the bell on, and see you for the next one. Bye bye.